So let me take you through the Sia ecosystem, okay, a little bit. All right, so it's just very important. I just want to focus on two essential services in this ecosystem, which involves the rent and the hosts. These are the most essential services, if you want to work with the Sia, platform. So, for example, you can be a host. You can offer your space, on the Sia network. Apparently, they have a desktop application now, which I think we may just have to explore in this tutorial. So I'm going to set it up and see how it works and see if it is better than the terminal-based application, which kind of was the one we've been using all this while. So so if you have your computer and it meets some requirements such as this, let me zoom this. You see system requirement, a quad-core processor. Okay, that is 4-in-1 processor and an 8 gig RAM and something around 256 gig SSD for consensus data. That is for the blockchain synchronization. Okay, and then you have something like, an additional 4 terabyte of hard drive, for storing, your data, because that would be like where you store various people's data. The one thing you must understand about the Sia blockchain is this hosting other people's data will fetch you money. You get what I'm saying? So you don't host for free. People pay you to utilize your space on the Sia blockchain. Now, if you're into this, if you want to utilize this host service and become a host on the Sia platform, these are the software that you have to make use of. All right, and then you set it up, all done, and you will be given, the blockchain basically automatically assigns when new people want to rent space according to their specifications, according to what they need, the blockchain basically select a good host for them, and if you have all these requirements met, so the blockchain will automatically assign you to a renter, and then the renter can store a certain portion of their data in your computer. The data that is coming in your computer is going to be encrypted, okay? You can't really make use of it. It's not viewable by you, so you don't even know what you're storing on your computer. That is why, that is one of the cool things about the privacy that the Sia or blockchain brings, which is like the general, advantage of using a blockchain over a regular Web2 data host provider. So, and also, you're not going to be the only person that is storing that. The data is going to be shredded and spread across multiple computers. So you're going to have a certain portion of this file stored on your computer. Other people are going to also have their own portion of it. And there's also things such as redundancy, which will help the renters to keep their data, up and running, even though maybe one of the hosts that they are putting their data, one of your hosts, let's say your machine goes down, and then their data doesn't disappear along with you. I hope you understand what I just said. You are not the only one that is going to host a single person's data, and it is very important that your machine actually stays online, because the contract that you will sign, there is something called contract. That is what secures a host and a renter. A host and a renter, they agree together in what is called a contract. Now, this contract is what will determine, the terms and conditions for the tenancy, for you to host their data. It also determines how much they are paying for the rental space that they get from you. Okay, it determines how long their data is going to stay on your machine. So there's a whole lot of things about that, and you will see this angle that has to do with contract when we start setting up our rented application. So for now, just know that you can provide your machine as a host, for people on the Sia, blockchain, for them to utilize, and store their data in exchange for the Sia coin. You understand? So that is just what you need to understand about this. These are some projects that have been built for the host software service of the Sia blockchain. Okay, so you have this host, which is like the core application, which is responsible for providing hosting infrastructure for those people that want to rent your storage space. And these are also some other third-party softwares that is being built around the hosts, features. All right. So that is it for the host. You can learn more things if you want to set up your host machine and all that. And there is also a setup guide for it here. There is API documentation and there is a source code you can download. Depending on your operating system, you can download whichever version that you want to download here and have it installed. This is the main one. This has been tested, but this is just recently released. I just get to find out right now. So you can download this and have it all installed, and then once you follow the setup guide, you start being a participant in the Sia blockchain network.